A folk hero returns. We got some roster moves. We got Toegate. All right. A totally interesting update on that toe. The man who has that toe. All right. So we're going to toe the line and talk to you right here, right now, after the intro. Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, right, yeah. Come on in. Yeah.
Okay, let's go! J-E-T-S, jet, jet, jet! Let's go! J-E-T-S, jet, jet, jet! Let's go! There you go, Woody!
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, the boy Green is known for having the intro, but Woody, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there, baby.
Boy Green
Meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi, and you already know up in the 4K, we are Wudi, rocking everywhere. All right, and right here, still repping my guy, Bruce Lee. We still entering the dragon over here. He is the boy who became king, Mr. Paul Esden Jr. How are you doing, my good sir?
I appreciate that, Woody. First off, I need to start with a question. I know we're both wrestling fans. Are you ready for SummerSlam coming up this weekend?
Oh, hell yes, as somebody would say.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure because I don't know if you saw this week in wrestling as we're getting ready for SummerSlam that a Jelly Roll, all right, he's going to be in there. He's going to be tagging with RKO Randy Orton, getting ready for it. And Logan Paul was talking. He's on the other side with Drew McIntyre. He's on the other side. And Jelly Roll came out to a song by Toe B. Keith. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't know if you know that was the song in which they did. I don't know if you saw what I did there.
Yes, I sure do. That was good. That was nice. I'm a roll with that punch, and I see you there. All right. That should be a good match. I'm excited for the debut of Jelly Roll. Hopefully, it's way better than anything that Travis Scott did to ruin the sport that I love. But talking about a sport that I love, we'll talk about another sport that I love, and that is football, baby. Quick aside before that, actually, special shout out. They're not paying me to do this, and I hate talking about things that they're not paying me to talk about. But I did see Superman last night. I enjoyed it. Just wanted to let you guys know. Yeah. Okay. You know, if y'all haven't seen it,
I have not.
Yeah. Just want to let y'all know it's pretty good.
Okay, because there was a big, I don't know if you know this, Woody, there's a big Superman debate recently on Boy Green Daily. Indy was super annoyed. He thought it was like, why are we even talking about this? So he was pissed off. But yeah, let's see. It was Nick Faria, and I'm trying to think who was the other person that was talking with Nick Faria. I can't remember who. It might have been Easy. It could have been anybody. So I apologize for whoever it was debating with Nick Faria. But oh my God, Indy Jets was so pissed. He's like, "Can we get back to Jets? What is this?" So he was quite upset. So I don't know. Watching the last Superman movie I've seen scarred me for life. It was Batman versus Superman, and they're in the heat of battle, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Wait, our mother's names are the same. We're friends." And I'm like, and I got to tell you that I've never been in a movie theater where I audibly got up and said, "What the fuck? What is this?" Because most movies, right? You're at the door, you suspend disbelief. Oh, Mission Impossible. Tom Cruise makes a 360 quadruple turn, and you're not like, well, technically his body would have exploded. That doesn't make sense. Like, no, you suspend disbelief at the door. Yes. However, when I'm in the middle of that movie, I'm like, wait, what? Wait, whoa, can we stop can we pause up there? What's going on? So I'm going to be honest that sort of butchered it for me. So it's I'm hurt. I'm talking to my therapist about it. I'm a little dangerous to step my foot back into a theater to watch Superman after that.
Well, while that is absolutely valid and also hilarious, just know that it's a new regime, right? New Superman, new director.
Okay.
James
Okay.
Gunn,
All right.
is fantastic, and I think they really did a good job. Shout out to Dano. All right, you need people like Dano in your life. Come on now, talk about it. Talk about it. All right, without the cape on, cape off. I appreciate you, Dane. I appreciate you guys already lighting up the Take Flight Talk chat, Mr. Bradshaw. All right, looks like he will be giving me $100 after all. I thought after that injury, I might be in trouble, but nah. Then the very next day, my boy was he was going like that. So, it looks like unfortunately he gonna be losing money soon. But hey, we are in the building. Let's I like that. Number one alternate Jets fan. Yes, it is time to Nick Fulkin go. He is officially a New York Jet yet again.
Yeah, let's start there, Woody. I mean, when this happened, first off, let's go back a step, because last night Brian Costello goes, "Hey, by the way, the Jets worked out Nick Folk," and I'm like, "Nick Folk? What year is it? Nick Folk? What?" I'm like, unbelievable. Like, what the hell has Nick Folk been up to? He's still in the Falcon League? All right. And so looking up on Nick Folk, and I'm like, holy shit. A fine wine getting better with age. He's been 39-40 the last 2 years, and he had the 2 best years of his entire career. He's led the National Football League in field goal conversion rate. It's 95.6% across the 2 years. He's 50 of 52 on his field goals, and I'm like, yeah, last time I checked, that sounds good. So there's nostalgia here, which is obviously cool. He was with us for 7 seasons, 2010 to 2016. He earned the nickname folk hero for everything that he was doing in terms of the clutch nature of his play. So there's a nostalgia there, which is obviously cool. But, the stats speak for themselves. Aaron Glenn even talked about it. He's the one who broke the news, actually, at his press conference earlier today. He just said, yeah, he joined us. And then the media went, wait, he signed? Oh, yeah, he signed. Oh, well, okay, here's news. He just sort of dropped it so, casually. So it's great. The nostalgia is back up. The stats are back up. And the first person I thought of when that news came through earlier this morning, I had an article pre-written because I had a pretty good feeling that it was going to be official. So as soon as it happened, I posted everywhere. But the first person I thought of was you, Woody, because you've said all offseason that Aaron Glenn hates old people. And look at Aaron Glenn signing a 40-year-old, the only 40-year-old on the roster, only the 4th player on the roster that's 30 or older, joining Josh Reynolds, Thomas Hennessy, Tyrod Taylor, and now Nick Folk joining the party. So I guess he doesn't hate old people after all, Woody.
I'm super proud. That's a super good point. I was obviously about to bring that up. When the news broke yesterday about him trying out, I was like, don't get your hopes up. He's old. He's old. So, yes, to see him actually join the team, I can't lie. I feel like this, maybe it's bigger in my head than, you guys are making it out to seem. But I feel like what this does mean is that, okay, he is out here looking for the best. I was out here trying to convince myself that, Harrison Mevis was the answer. And while I don't, that's not to, I'm not trying to shit on Mevis or anything like that. But, we got a vet. We got a steady vet, right? Healthy competition. They cut Caden Davis. He wasn't kicking as well, right? So, just say peace, say la vie. And, now it's Mevis and Folkhead out here. And that's what we got going. So for the Aaron Glenn regime, I think this is a huge plus. Because yes, they do realize that veterans matter. And that's what I was trying to do. I'm out here outside one just drive with the sign up, veterans matter, veterans matter. So to get a veteran in there, one that we have history with. So I think that story speaks to AG's story as well. I think it's a beautiful thing, and hopefully he can win this job.
You know, it's crazy. When I saw you outside with the Veterans Matter sign, Veterans Matter, I thought you were talking about our pop. He's doing the Wounded Warrior Project charity event. I thought that's what you were doing it for, not for veterans on the football team. But you know what? Either way, perhaps hit two birds with one stone there, which is nice. And think about this: how disrespectful is this, right? So all of these roster moves we're going to talk about are separate. They happen separately. Okay, so the Jets, right? They work out Nick Folk yesterday, and I'm waiting because I'm like, normally with the time it came out, the Nick Folk news that he worked out was like 3:00, something like that from Brian Costello. Normally, the NFL transaction report comes out at 4:00. That's the wire of all the moves that had happened. So sometimes you get, hey, this player worked out. Oh, they immediately signed. So I was sort of waiting, like, oh, we better get a signing. And then we went through the day and nothing. I was like, oh, that's bizarre. So, like, if they went to this step of trying him out, like, you know what Nick Folk is. That vehicle's been around the lot. You know, it's not like you're testing out something like a Harrison Mevis. You're trying him out. You're like, oh, what is this guy? Can he make it to this level? Like, those questions don't exist with Nick Folk. Apparently, he already had a clean bill of health. Everything was all sort of set up. So they worked him out, but nothing else happened. I'm like, oh, that's weird. This morning, Jets start practice, Woody, at 8:30. At 8:40, 10 minutes into practice, Caden Davis got his ass cut. He got cut 10 minutes into practice. That poor bastard. What's up with the Jets doing this, by the way? Obinna easy, right? First day training camp, he runs in with a smile on his face. 2 hours out, get your ass out. You know, Aaron Rodgers maybe was right. You could have given me a call. You didn't have to bring me in to do that. What the hell? So Obinna easy gets his pink slip. Caden Davis, 10 minutes into practice today, gets his pink slip. But again, Woody, they don't report a kicker signing. They just say Caden Davis is out. And the only kicker for a small period of time on the roster is Harrison Mevis. And they signed some other Florida State running back. We could get into that in a second. And I'm like, did Harrison Mevis win the job? That doesn't make any sense. They got to bring in Nick Folk, right? That's got to be happening. So that poor Caden Davis bastard, he had to show up for practice for 10 minutes and then all of a sudden, out the door. Huh. That's a dish best served cold, Woody.
I don't know if it was revenge, but yeah, that is definitely not great. You know, I feel for the kid, but as you guys recall, when those were the only two options, I did make my pick, and my pick wasn't Caden Davis. It was Mevis. So it looks like that has aged well, but of course, I didn't even foresee them grabbing an old man from the nursing home to come in here and you know, kind of save the day. So that's even more exciting, you know, to now. If me, you know, I wouldn't say that this right now, and maybe you would disagree, Boy Green. I wouldn't say this right now is the death sentence. I think he still has a kicker's chance. I think he could, you know, and if we're going off of, and this, because this is what I've seen, and you already said in this episode, you know, 50 of 52, like 95.6. That's pretty good where I stand. I mean, you look at Greg Zuerlein's stats, his first 2 years as a Jet, and no one was complete. That's what gets me confused, because, you know, I hear a lot of Greg Zuerlein slander, and of course, you know, he was not good at all this past year. But to act like he was the albatross around our neck for the entire time that he was here is extremely misleading, because he was fantastic for 2 years, fell off a cliff, and now, you know, everybody, they just remember the fall, right? Old kickers fall off all the time. Mason Crosby, one of the most reliable, you know, kickers in the you know, Green Bay Packers history, fell off. Yeah. Justin Tucker, one of the greatest kickers in NFL history, fell off. Now that one comes with a little added, you know, things on the side. But for the first, you know, however many weeks of the season, we didn't hear about that. All we saw was this dude missing field goals, missing extra points. So I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I am saying that if you're a Mevis fan out there, you know, you got your Mevis jersey, all right? Maybe you don't have to throw it out right now. Give it a chance, because I do believe, I believe Aaron Glenn's words about meritocracy, and I think that he will be given a kicker's chance to win this job. But if, you know, Folk has not fallen off a cliff, then of course, we can expect him to win.
48 hours ago, if I'm Harrison Beavis, I'm like, this is fucking great. Caden Davis hasn't kicked a lick in the NFL. Neither have I, Harrison Beavis. I've only done a little bit of preseason action. Then I was in the UFL. This is great. I got a legitimate shot here to win this job. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Caden Davis cut. I'm the only kicker in camp. Look at me. I'm Harrison Beavis. Then da-na-na, da-na-na. Wait, what? There's another one? And then Nick Folk. Oh, hot damn. I'm Harrison Beavis. I haven't kicked one field goal attempt, let alone make an attempt in the National Football League. This guy has, forgotten more football than I'm ever going to know. He's 40. He's been in the league for a long ass time. Ooh, if I'm Harrison Beavis, I'm not feeling good. Now, is it over? No, he clearly still has a spot on the roster. Here's the good news. There's 3 preseason games. We're only a week into training camp, believe it or not. We're now heading into week number 2. But here's the good news. Like, we're going to debate, Woody, when it comes up. Like, preseason, which starter should play? How long should they play? Here's the debate that does not happen. Special teams. Kickers kick. Punters punt. Those guys play in the preseason outside of very rare exceptions where you have multiple guys on the team and you have like a Morstead or something. And those you can sort of mix out and they're just a camp like, hey, do whatever. We know our guys are good. So those guys are going to play. So it will be decided on the field. I would say, and this is sort of obvious, Nick Folk has a massive advantage here for all those reasons heading into these events. But, the real chutzpah will be proven on the field. And you sort of mentioned it earlier that, Nick Folk, for instance, as using him as an example, he's had a wonderful career, but the Jets didn't sign him as a Lifetime Achievement Award. They still believe he could kick now. So it's not about what he did in the past. It's what about tomorrow? Harrison Beavis, you've never kicked in the NFL before. Good, bad, who gives a shit? Can you kick tomorrow? Because that's what we're looking for. So, yeah, for that reason, for those Harrison Beavis jersey holders out there in the universe, and while I have 77 jerseys in my closet, Harrison Beavis is currently not one of them. I don't anticipate that news to change here. But no, yeah, he's got a shot, but the chances just decreased immediately, I would say, with the addition of Nick Folk.
Were you exaggerating when you said 77?
No, I don't think so. I should count them, but I'm pretty sure it's at least 75. And I found a few in the back that I think is going to push it maybe to 80.
Wow. Because when we last talked about it, you had like 64. So I don't know if you purchased 11.
It's that fish story. Oh, Woody, I got this 6-inch trout last week. Oh, I got this 7-foot alligator this week. I don't know. I should really count it, though, and just go through and go and just have someone back on. Oh, 1, 2, 3. And so I'll go through that process. We'll do that. We'll put that up on YouTube, I guess, or something. We'll go through that.
Okay, fair enough. Just curious. Just curious.
I appreciate that. Curiosity killed the cougar, but I don't think we're going to have a problem there with old U Woodster. Another part of training camp that's just sort of tough, Woody, is injuries. And the pads came on this week, and when pads come on, injuries come inevitably. Gus Hartwig, undrafted free agent out of Purdue, he was battling in at center. He hurt his knee this week, and there was no severity immediately revealed, but you can't make the club from the tub. And fair or not fair for Gus Hartwig, the Jets determined that he would not be able to return quick enough, so they replaced his ass this morning. Gus Hartwig tossed out the door, and they bring in a former New England Patriots offensive lineman to immediately replace him. That man's name is Liam Fornadell, who played with the New England Patriots this past season. He also played in the now UFL in 2025. So he played the Patriot regulars. He didn't play, but he was on the Patriots team for the regular season that just occurred on their practice squad. That ended. He immediately did another full football season, which is the DC Defenders in the UFL, played that full year, quote unquote. It's only a couple of months. And then he just joined the Jets. So yeah, he's been quite active from that standpoint. But just real quick, Woody, perhaps the greater comment is there on the injuries that you get hurt, and they immediately go, all right, if you can't do it, someone else can. And that's sort of the brutal part of it. So a big salute to Gus Hartwig, who gets dumped off the team.
Definitely brutal part. This is somebody's brother, son, cousin, all that type of stuff. So definitely, Prayers out for him wherever his next step in his football journey is. Getting picked up somewhere else at some other point. Could be a mid-season addition, or if he has to go to the UFL or something like that. Definitely wish him the best. As for our new guy, clearly hungry. My God, hunger. He's starving, foaming at the mouth. And that's the type of guy that AG would want, right? He wants people who love football, who love this game. He loves this game. So, excited to see if he can make any noise. Obviously, we have, this topic is a little bit beyond the cutting line, the projected cutting line. But we'll see if they make enough splash to make us all do this, turn our heads.
Yeah, let's get another one. Now, this name I'm about to mention is not going to, whoa, oh, geez, whoa, the crazy name. But it happened. Zach Evans, the 24-year-old, he retired, Wudi, from the backfield. He played for the Rams last year, appeared in 10 games for the Rams. He retired. The Jets did not provide a reason why he decided to retire and leave the game of football, but he was placed on the retired list. So this sort of started the chain of roster moves we've seen over the last 36 hours or so. So he retires. The Jets, when they got rid of Caden Davis this morning, a lot of us said, oh, Caden's going to be out, Nick Folk in. That's not how it happened. Caden Davis out, and the Jets actually signed another running back, which ended up replacing Zach Evans. So we're putting all the pieces together here. Lawrence Toafili, who the name should sound a little bit familiar because in rookie minicamp, he had a tryout with the team back in May. He ultimately did not make the team at that point. But you mentioned it, Woody. Sometimes you make that list. Okay, you're not making it now, but we're going to keep you in mind, young man, if the right opportunity happens. And that's what happened here. Zach Evans retires. Jets are like, oh, man, now we only have 5 running backs in the room. It's Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis, Kene Nguanu, and Donovan Edwards out of Michigan. We have 5. Do we rock with the 5? Do we add one more? They ended up doing with Lawrence Toafili here, who ends up jumping in. So now they went 6-5-6, back to 6 running backs on the 91-man roster. Let me ask you this quick question. How many running backs do you think make the 53-man roster?
Gotta go with here's the thing.
Okay.
If my guy Nguanu can carve out his role on special teams, then give me 4. Obviously he didn't do that last year. I don't even know if he was given the opportunity, to be honest with you, to do it last year. I think
he was late. A lot of us, right? He was signed in September. Like, why the hell was he not on the roster, like the 53 until later? That was weird.
Definitely weird. Well, they gave it to Gibson, right? And Gibson, the fair catch god. Every time I picture Xavier Gibson in my head, I'm just seeing that's all I'm seeing in my head. But when Nguanu came, immediately he was electric. That Seahawks game, he was electric. So again, meritocracy, AG, loving football, new eyes in the situation. If he is the choice, and I had already, I said, Malachi Corley, if he can, show versatility, doesn't look like that's happening. My man's getting lit up in practice by everybody. So if Nguanu can step up and be that guy, then yeah, I can see 4. But if not, then probably rolling with 3, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 5. I think 5.
5.
I think 3 are locks. Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, Isaiah Davis, pass the biscuits. They're 3 roster locks. I don't think they're up for debate. The 2 are in question. You mentioned Kene Nguanu. I don't need to add anything. Everything you said is right. He's listed at running back, but he's the Justin Hardy of running backs. He was listed at corner, but he didn't play much corner. He played 1 defensive snap in like 3 years for the Jets. So he's only had 27 rushing attempts in his 4 years in the league. So he's not going to be involved unless Tanner Engstrand comes up with creative stuff. God bless if he does. So he counts as a running back, but he's really a special teamer. I think he's got a great chance there. Donovan Edwards, man, I'm going to keep pounding the table. Again, we will see in preseason. That will be the true telltale. But the Jets want to run the ball as much as they want to. Maybe they'd keep a guy like that on the practice squad, but with the fear of someone else taking him. And sometimes, I'll be honest, us as Jet fans blow up our players too much, and we think like, oh, well, we can't put Chris Trevor on the practice squad. Someone's going to pick him up. And then no one does. We're like, oh, okay. And then that happens with a million players that we overreact to and things of that nature. So maybe we can here, but I think with how much you're going to run the football, I could see 5, and it's really 4 because Kane is going to be a special teamer, and you just insulate yourself for how often you'd be running the football. So there could be a chance for 5. We'll see. We'll see what happens there, Woodster. We may have to do one of those 53-man roster predictions ahead of final roster cuts.
We might have to. I'm trying to think. I think we did one last year.
I think we did. Yeah.
It seems like you're viewing Donovan the way that I viewed my guy. Oh, so sad about how his career came out as a Jet.
You're talking about Bam?
No, I did. I like Bam. I had no problem. Okay. Yeah, no problem with Bam. But Izzy Abanikanda, I was excited about. And preseason, he was lighting up preseason.
Good times.
He had the speed, the explosiveness. That's what they kept saying, right? Izzy to the hizzy. There was so much hype around him. That's one thing that really, really, really annoyed me. Like if you think of the last regime as a whole, it's like they got so many. What was the point of drafting these guys that you just did nothing with? You draft them, you're super high in them, and then all of a sudden, we got to work on this. We got to work on that. He's not ready for this. And that's, they pretty much explicitly said that, right? And they kept getting running backs to, bury Izzy on the depth chart. This regime doesn't seem to be like that at all, right? They seem to be very purposeful with their drafts. Take one look at what Aaron Glenn has been saying about Malachi Moore, and that'll show you that. So with Donovan Edwards, who wasn't a draft pick, but obviously was still chosen by this regime, it is possible, Boy Green, that he does get a better shape than my guy Izzy got with our franchise.
By the way, pour one out. Izzy Abanikanda was just cut by the 49ers last week. So pour one out for Izzy to the unemployment line, which is happening there.
You thought that was...
I was going to make I'm sorry, Izzy. I didn't mean that. You and your family seemed like really nice people. I don't know what happened there. That was good times, though. Izzy to the hizzy. That felt great. Let me throw this one up. So, Woody, this was funny. So the Jets, what they're doing is on certain practices, they do an inside look at Jets training camp practice. So Eric Allen, Caroline Hendershot, Quincy Nunez, and the team get to talk about, they get to show us some footage that's live happening at practice. Like sometimes the fans aren't there. So we're we're seeing Justin Fields running around. We'll show a clip of that here in a minute. But they're at the end of the show, and Eric Allen, the Jets senior reporter, he said some crazy, and I just want to get your reaction to it here on the show. So here it is. This was the exchange. So right, they're not on camera. We're just seeing the field. Eric Allen says this, Will McDonald, he's all muscled up. He's 250 pounds. He had 10.5 sacks last year. Now, guys, I don't want to say anything crazy here, but Will McDonald looks like a guy who could get 15 sacks. And now everyone on the panel starts laughing. Caroline Hendershot goes, yeah, nothing crazy there. And then Quincy kind of gave him like a little, he's like, according to Aaron Glenn, Will McDonald's got the coaching to maybe do that. Wink, wink, the potential shot at Robert Saleh there. So I throw it to you, Woody. Buy or sell 15 plus sacks for a Willie McDonald. Eric Allen put it out there into the universe this morning.
Well, there's a difference between Ken and Will.
Do we have a Ken on the roster?
No, not to my knowledge.
Ken, Will? Okay, anywho.
Yes.
Never mind. Go ahead.
But, yeah, I mean, if he's muscled up, I mean, that's been one of the bigger, I don't want to say knocks, but areas of growth is his strength and size, right? So now if he is, stronger, right, added, these pounds of muscle, then, yeah, I would say without sacrificing his speed, because right now, that spin move is lethal. So that's another thing is, being able to muscle up without sacrificing speed. I know that's something that Garrett has been very careful about doing. I think that's why we haven't seen him bulk up the way that a lot of young receivers do, because he still wants to be wiry, and obviously that's worked out super well for him. So with Will getting stronger, assuming that he hasn't lost his same speed, yeah, of course he can. Of course he could reach that type of number. But will he? Unfortunately, I have zero eyes on the field at these times. I haven't even really been able to keep up too much with the clips, with what's been happening. Yeah, I can't say Will, even though that's his name. So right now, Ken McDonald the fourth.
Sorry, Can. It's not nearly as catchy as Will, but 9 isn't as catchy as number 99 that the jersey used to have. So we're all sort of going through our own demons and battles that are happening out there in the universe. Woody, let's get to this. I mean, the big scare, and we did a show immediately hours after it, was the Justin Fields injury. And we're like, oh, Jesus, what now? What's the season? What's going to happen? Well, Justin Fields spoke to the media today. He also did an interview with Kay Adams. I'm looking forward to when she posts that up on our YouTube page. She visited Jets camp, so she spoke with Quinnen Williams, Justin Fields, and a couple other players. So they got into all kinds of things. But Justin Fields revealed that he's wearing this like hard plastic thing on the outside of his foot to sort of protect his toe. And Woody, I just keep looking at the footage, and that's a thing I got to sort of keep an eye out for here while I was watching their inside training camp. That's a cool perk, is they have cameras pointed towards the field, so we can sometimes get a look at like Justin Fields running around. And by all accounts, Woody, he looks like he's running around just fine. It doesn't look like he's having any issues with the foot, which is what some people were sort of concerned with the mobile quarterback running around. So Woody, it looks like all's well for old Justin Fields here running around with no issues. The only issues appears to be my buffering happening there on there. So that is not him gimping around. That is clearly buffering issues. But yeah, Justin seems to be running around just fine there, Woodster.
Hey, for all the Jets Mets out there, I heard this a lot from the Jets Mets. So this isn't my own unique thought. This is me saying what I've seen from them. Is that if my guy, Francisco Lindor, can be out there running with a broken toe, this boy better not be playing games with his, with a dislocated toe. And when I say playing games, I mean playing around, right? Like he needs to be out there. He needs to be doing his thing. He needs to be legitimately playing, the football games, and not being like, oh, my toe. So to see him out there doing his thing, buffer, no buffer, that's good. Shows me that, he's not soft, because, that's, you hear somebody get carved out. Now you hear it's a dislocated toe, and people talking about, oh, well, Schefter, why would you say, he's in the cart? I'm thinking, well, damn, why did he go in the cart at all? Come on now. But just seems like everything was just overblown completely. But he's good. He's good. He's good to go, toes healed. And like I said, Lindor's was broken. He's out here running every day. Baseballers play all the time. So come on now. Justin Fields, happy to see him out there. Proud of him. This is a plus. This is a plus in my book. My book, I'm not drinking Kool-Aid. I don't think everybody's awesome just because they signed a contract at Florham Park. I don't buy a jersey just because they signed a contract. Mr. 77 over there. But this is a plus.
I had to contain myself there. I almost burst out laughing on the show. Yes, it is a plus. It's great to see. And Justin Fields was sort of at the presser today. He was like describing it. He says, like at first I just thought I got stepped on like nobody's business. Then he said I got up and started walking around, and he's like, I felt a weird thing going on down there. He's like, what the hell? And then when they took off the shoe, the toe's like, ah! And, it's like poking the other toes. So I guess that was the one of, oh, Jesus. There you go. That's weird. Wasn't ready for that. But thankfully, as they all described, that it's not as serious. And again, so I got to see a lot of footage. This is just footage of Justin Fields in buffering. Poor Boy Green internet can't afford it more speed of looking like he's choppy out there. But no, Justin Fields is running around fine. And I saw just a lot of footage of just casual stuff where he's not even in the drill. And I'm like, is he sort of gimping around? What's going on? And all the footage I saw, no limping, No issues whatsoever. Again, obviously, it's got the plastic toe piece on the outside of the cleat that's sort of just making sure if anyone does step on it, it gives a hard shell so the cleats don't go down into the toe and cause any other issues. So I don't know if they're doing injections or anything else. Maybe that'll be a regular season thing if some of the issues persist. But the good news is that obviously he avoided serious injury. Thank goodness. And the other big one that we were worried about in the moment, Woody's like, how much time is this guy going to miss? Dislocated toe. There's all kinds of things out on the internet of week, 2 weeks, days. The Jets said day to day, but what does it really mean? So there was a little bit of concern about that. But after just sort of being out for whatever that practice was, he was back the next day, not in indies or 7-on-7s. Then he was in Indy in 7-on-7s. Then he was in full team drills on a limited basis. And when Aaron Glenn was asked, hey, how limited was he? He was limited in our way. Oh, okay, coach. So he's not sharing any of those details out in the universe, but it's just great to hear that have all that worked out, thankfully. So Justin Fields, ready to go. We'll see the preseason stuff. We'll probably get those questions next week.
Yeah, definitely. Seems like your video isn't the only thing that's buffering. My screen started acting crazy right here.
Oh, sorry about that.
I got my dislocated router, so I'll try to keep it short and sweet. But I like to see that all systems are go. We saw the list last week. We talked about it. The QBs that we've lost in April, September, through our just horrific luck. So luckily, as of now, we're not gonna put, our guy Justin Fields, isn't on that list.
All right, Woody, let's wrap up here for the sake of both of our internet connections, apparently. Let's give another shout out to our contest that we have combined our superpowers together, Avenger style. And we've put all our talent here together. And, there we go. Fusion, ha! Try to see if we can make that happen. This is what we're giving away, folks. If this is your first time hearing about it, I want to make sure I'm very clear and transparent because time is running out. We've got today, we've got tomorrow, we've got Thursday. Those are your final days to enter raffle tickets for this contest that I'm about to describe. That's it. Now, the good news is you could gift on any one of my shows. You could gift on Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Meets Woody, special interview shows that I'm live for. Or just in general, if you're sending in via Venmo or PayPal, I don't have to be on air, but they have to be in by midnight on Thursday as we're transitioning into Friday. No later than that, or any raffle tickets you send in after the fact will just go to our next giveaway and the next contest, but I will guarantee they're not going to be anything like what is on your screen, so just keep that in mind. 2 tickets to Jets-Cowboys game, Section 228A, 2 tailgate tickets, that is water and select alcohol before the game, and all the wonderful food catered by Chef Kevin Gilbert, and 2 Jets Cowboys commemorative t-shirts. That entire package I just said is 600 bones, baby. That is the value, but I'm not asking you to pay for that. All I'm asking you to do is subscribe to my channel, free to do, at BoyGreen25. Subscribe to this guy's channel, at Take Flight Talk, which apparently all of you guys are on right now, letting it fly from the comment section, which we appreciate, at Take Flight Talk. So subscribe to both those channels. It's free to do. They're both New York Jets content, so you should enjoy it. And on top of that, submit a $20 raffle ticket via PayPal or Venmo. You could do that at BoyGreen25, B-O-Y, Green the color 25, B-O-Y-G-R-E-E-N 25. Put your first or last name, a good email for you so we can reach out to you if you win the contest. And this is for the Jets Cowboys giveaway. Or spend $20 on the YouTube channel. Send in a $20 super chat right now, you're in. Send in a $20 super sticker, you're in. Gift the prerequisite memberships. Memberships are $3 a piece on Boy Green, the Boy Green Coffee Club. Give enough of those memberships away, which would be 7. You give 7 memberships away, that'd be $21. That'd be another way to potentially math your way there. So feel free to take advantage. Woody, this is one of the greatest giveaways either of us have ever done. It may be the greatest we ever do. And as you can see on the scrolling ticker, that is everyone who is currently eligible for the contest that has at least one raffle ticket, if not more, as you can see, dictated, very transparent. And we will draw that winner on Friday, August 1st. On Boy Green Daily, we'll be doing it, and we'll reveal that winner to the universe. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Good luck to everybody out there. It's completely at random. I would just say this. If you have one raffle ticket, you have a chance. Several of our winners, we give away something every month here on the channel. We've had several winners that have won with one raffle ticket before. So it's not impossible. There is a chance. And, of course, you could buy more than one raffle ticket if you prefer. John, shout out to John, he joined us a couple days ago, submitted a $100 super chat, got 5 raffle tickets. 100 is less than 600 the last time I checked on that math. So he has a chance to take himself and a buddy to the Jets Cowboys game for a great time for only $100 if he ends up winning. So good luck to John and everyone else that's in our giveaway. Anything more you want to add to that, Woody, before we sign off?
I just want to say this is definitely the biggest giveaway. Definitely a lot of bang for the buck. I mean, we are still working hard every day for, those who did, get these things and got $600. We're trying to make that, a great value. So to be able to get that for just 20 is just, it's really just out of this world. I mean, we got some things cooking up, figuratively, and then Chef Kevin Gilbert got some things cooking up literally, that are all going to be worth your while. So again, cannot stress enough how big this is. 3 days, a little less than 72 hours. Come on now, let's get it cracking. Show Andrew Jackson the door, and get a chance to show up to the game.
There you go. A shout out to Purple Belt Mike, who's a recent new Boy Green Coffee Club member on the channel. A great, caller in of Jets content out there in the universe. Boy Green, let's go. Great to see you in here, PBM. So thanks for jumping on. And good luck to everybody. Like I said, for this contest. This is an insane contest. You only have to spend $20 at a minimum, but you can buy multiple raffle tickets. That's allowed. And again, if you look at our scrolling ticker on the visual YouTube channel, you'll see that other people have submitted more than one raffle ticket. So good luck to everybody. It's going to be awesome, and I can't wait, Woody, for that. All right, Woody, let's put a bow on this puppy. It works out for the... Yeah, go ahead.
My bad. If I could just say something.
No, please, sure.
Obviously, already we see the comments just like a little gnat. You're like a little gnat. Put up the super dope giveaway, because it is a super dope giveaway, man. And this is my cousin. For anyone who doesn't know, I was literally just at his house this past week. It's my cousin, Brandon Roberts. And I'll tell you, the last time that I personally was in MetLife Stadium, I sat next to this boy Green, and I sat behind Brandon Roberts, and we got to see them lay the smack down. All right, there wasn't food catered by Chef Kevin Gilbert. Right, there wasn't some of the things that we are now offering. Commemorative T-shirts. Come on now, right? But it was still a great time watching my cousin get all upset, watching his little Patriots just get smacked, just get stomped on by the New York Jets. This time around, we are getting delicious food. We are getting commemorative T-shirts. We're going to have cornhole. We're going to have different things to make this a great time. And then we go inside and watch the New York Jets shock the world and smack Dak all up and down MetLife Stadium. My cousin, unfortunately, will not be able to attend this time. So he's going to have to get the notification on his phone. Oh, Jets laid the smackdown.
A couple of things, sir. See, we have a couple of questions. I'll answer those as well. I want to put this out in the universe. So obviously only one person is going to win. I put that in quotes because they're allowed to bring somebody else, but only one person will win this entire package. They could choose to do what they want with it. Beyond that, folks, I have an announcement. I think I talked about this with Woody off air. If I have not, he's about to learn this for the first time. We only have 5 tickets left in our entire section, Woody. Everything else is sold out. So we have 5 tickets left. So I've had a few people reach out and say, is the giveaway my last chance? Like, is that my only chance? And no, it's not. There are 5 tickets left. There's only 5. They're $300 a piece. And for that $300, you get everything on the left side of that screen, which I'll bring back up for you. You get a ticket to the Jets-Cowboys game. You get a tailgate ticket, and you get a commemorative T-shirt. You don't get 2 of those things. It's $300 per person. Those are 5 seats left. Once those are sold out, it's over. No mas. I've got nothing else left. You will have to figure it out through the New York Jets. So the doors close on everything from our tailgate to everything else. So, folks, if you want action in and you're not sure if you're going to win it on the giveaway, well, then the best way to do it is to punch your ticket in. There are 5 tickets left. That's it. There were 6, and someone just bought one the other day, earlier this week. So now there's only 5 left. And once they sell out, there's nothing else I can do. So thank you, first off, to the fans that there was such a demand that there's a chance that we could run out of tickets. That's amazing. But yeah, if you guys want to be a part of that, there's going to be 50 plus Boy Green Coffee Club members, Jet fans, Woodinators, all of them out in the universe, Wooda maniacs that are going to be out there in the universe, all coming together for that Jets Cowboys game on Sunday, October 5th. If you guys are interested at all, one more time, reach out to me on any social media. That is at BoyGreen25, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, literally anything. And just say, hey, Paul, I heard about the tickets. I want in. I want to bring my girlfriend. I want to bring my boyfriend. I want to do this. I want to do this. Reach out as soon as possible. Because, again, once they're gone, they're gone. There's nothing else I can do. My Jets ticket rep just warned me and said, hey, buddy, this is it. So it's great. And Rory, I see coming in here, Jets News, how many tickets did you guys get to begin with? So it's funny, me and Woody were talking, and I'm like, me and Woody have never done this before. We both were together for someone else who hosted the event last year, and we just took notes and like, interesting. Here are the things that worked, here are the things that did, but we didn't run it ourselves. This year, me and Woody talk about doing it again, and I'm like, Woody, how many people do you think are going to come? Because we have to sort of spitball and give the Jets a number before I even talk about it out in the universe. What do you think? We're going back and forth like 20, maybe 25. I don't know, maybe. And then so we open it up to the universe, and so I tell the Jets ticket rep, it's 20 or 25, and maybe there'll be more. We'll see what happens. And she said, as long as you have at least this number, well below the 20, you're going to be allowed to do a group ticket buy. If you don't have enough people, you can't even do a group ticket buy, which again, it works out for everybody. You guys avoid paying the ticket fees and all the normal things that you have to buy with tickets if you buy it through our group, and we hook you up with great seats. So everyone works out for everybody. So yeah, as a matter of fact, Rory, we started out with like 20, 25 tickets, and then people started coming in like crazy. And now we're up to, I think the number's 55 right now. And it's about to be 56 because, like I said, there's that other person. And then there's the 4 left. So I guess 60 tickets in total is what we ultimately have up for grabs, so to speak. That is all part of that section. So, again, I speak for Woody here. Humbled. I thought 20, 25, I'm like, okay, we're going to have a good time, 20, 25 people. And you guys overwhelmed us with, holy bleep, I guess this is bigger than we thought. There's this many people that want to come. So, again, 5 tickets left. Good luck to all of you guys that are out there in the universe. If you want them, please reach out ASAP. And if you have questions about it, I can answer those questions. And also just one more note, just be ready. If you're interested, you have to buy the tickets immediately. There's no waiting. The Jets, as soon as I tell them, hey, we've got 4 more people, they're like, hey, money. And I'm like, oh, geez. Oh, okay. So keep that in mind as well. $300 a person. You have to pay immediately as soon as you reach out to make sure you don't lose the seat. And the rest is off to the races. So it's going to be pretty awesome, Woody. I just can't wait. It's just insane. It's a couple months away, but it's going to be here before you know it. You're on mute.
That dang button. But yeah, that's it's going to be a grand old time. I feel like I don't even know how it's about to be August already. I feel like we just started this contest. But no, we're down to the final 3 days. Time is flying. So, yeah, it's going to be here before we know it. Shout out, our guy, Rory Garvin, Jet News. Absolutely, positively one of the best pages on IG. Maybe the best page on IG if you're trying to follow New York Jets content. So appreciate the love and support here on YouTube. Oh, he says, right. No, I'm not. I will respectfully disagree.
I think he was answering this question. I think he was asked, Roy, are you related to Ron Garvin? I think that's what he's saying. No, I'm not.
Okay. I'm about to say, okay. 2 conversations at once. We got a lot going on.
Yeah, no, that's okay. There's a lot going on out there. For the people that are asking about WWE, William, thank you for that. And Johnny Boy, who's ready for SummerSlam? On the Man Shot Show with Boy Green digital YouTube page, we just dropped an interview with Joey Carney. He has like 75,000 followers across all his WWE content creation land on Instagram, everywhere else. He's blown up to an unbelievable degree. So shout out to him. We just did a full SummerSlam preview on the Man Shot Show Boy Green digital YouTube page, which, by the way, you can find in the YouTube description down below. So, guys, go enjoy that. And these 2 rapid questions, I just want to get to JJ. Besides McDonald, who else is giving us sacks? Well, how about you, JJ? Jermaine Gashdarn Johnson. I hope he's giving us a few sacks. Also, that Quinnen Williams guy here is pretty good, too. So, those are 2 places I would say off the top.
Yeah, no, I'm about to say it. Quinnen has led the team in sacks before, JJ. You probably will see some linebacker action in there as well. And if we're blitzing, right? Which I think we hadn't done under Salah. It's heard we're going to be doing under Wilkes. Okay, safety blitz. Look at my guy Cisco, doing some work.
Yeah, I would say Woody just said it. I think we're going to get some sneaky linebacker blitzes. If you remember that Tennessee Titans game from a couple years ago, Quincy got Ryan Tannehill. That shows you how long ago that was. Linebacker blitzing, I think, is going to be more aggressive in this scheme. And JJ with one more question because he asked if I saw this earlier. So, Paul, what are your thoughts on signing John Simpson long term? He had a really good season for us last year. He did, again, I've said it a few times. I think he's John Franklin Myers extension worthy. What I mean by that is JFM a couple of years ago. It's many years ago now, I suppose. 4 weeks into the season, the Jets loved what they saw. Boom, got him in, signed him. JFM was scooped up off of waivers, so he had this very interesting origin story himself of getting to the Jets, that everything was not handed to him on a silver platter, and he appreciated the Jets giving him this opportunity, which led to everything else. He gets paid. John Simpson in another way, right? He gets drafted, almost falls out of the league completely, gets a chance by the Jets, and he blows up last year, looks awesome. I think he wants money, of course. Why wouldn't he? He's a professional. But I think he's going to be like, you know what? The Jets took care of me. I'm going to take care of them. I'm interested. They're interested. Let's go together and make it happen. I think that is a mid-season signing. I would love it. And I think the Jets, if they're smart, they're signing one of John Simpson or AVT before the season's up, so they have some versatility. If they don't, I think that puts them in a very, very tough spot coming up on the program. So just wanted to make sure we end there. Woody, awesome stuff. We'll be together once again on Thursday.
Yes, can't wait. Always an absolute pleasure speaking with you, Boy Green, chopping up with you guys in the comments. Love the energy in both live chats on YouTube, both Boy Green 25 and Take Flight Talk on YouTube. We've been seeing some Twitter love, some IG. Thank you guys that have joined on IG. We will be back on all 5 platforms this Thursday talking about your favorite team and mine, the New York Jets.
Quick nugget, the Jets have an off day tomorrow, so no Aaron Glenn, no practice, anything, because they're waiting for Boy Green meets Woody, which then returns on Thursday, along with the New York Jets and their padded practices. So it should be a hoot. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe wherever you're watching. We have 300 people watching live right now on my channel, so thank you very much. And make sure you support my good friend James Woody over there at Take Flight Talk, liking his videos and hitting subscribe for a fellow New York Jets content creator. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow morning for another episode of Boy Green Daily. And Woody, of course, always on Take Flight Talk. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you